Hey everyone, Chris Lewis from Fox 47's Digital Newsroom. And today we are back at the Library of Michigan for our Michigan History Throwback. And today, as we've done in the past, we're looking at a lot of the resources that are available to you. And if you are a hunter, if you love the out of doors, this segment's going to be for you because we're going to be talking about all of the different resources that they have available about hunting, about gaming, the Department of Natural Resources, a lot of different things that you're going to find very, very interesting. And today we've got Bernadette, who is a librarian here at the Library of Michigan, that is going to walk us through all of the different resources.
Thanks, Chris. I wanted to talk a little bit today about some materials we have in our collection that showcase and highlight what I think of as the undesignated holiday in Michigan, which is the opening of regular firearms deer season, which this year is going to happen on November 15th. We were fortunate a couple of years ago to receive from the Department of Natural Resources an amazing collection of historical hunting and trapping digests. And they date from 1924 all the way up to 2017. And they're a fascinating look at how not only publishing within state government has changed, but if you look at the actual rules and the regulations of how hunting has changed in Michigan over time. One of the big things that I noticed between 1924 and 2017 is that 1924 says nothing about a hunter orange clothing requirement. So at that time, that particular safety issue was not on the books. The game law digests are interesting and valuable because they cover all of the rules and the regulations that hunters need to know to hunt legally and safely in the state of Michigan. Some of the earliest publications actually date from the 1890s when the state started regulating hunting, fishing, and trapping and issuing licenses for that. And to show the popularity of this of hunting, in 1897, the total number of hunters was just shy of 12,000. And in 2017, the total number of hunting licenses issued was over 600,000. So this has become a very popular occupation or pastime in Michigan. And the department has really worked to publish information not only for hunters, but then also about the herd, about statistics on the herd, and other information that people would find interesting about hunting and about wildlife in Michigan. For anyone who has an interest in what their grandfather, great-grandfather, father, other family members might have experienced deer hunting, this collection is it has a lot of depth and can show you what they experienced and how it was different than what is happening now during hunting. And I also think to look at these publications is interesting because the visual elements change over time. And there are photographs, there are illustrations, and there are even cartoons. There was a man named Oscar Warbach who worked for the Department of Conservation, and for the Conservation magazine, he published and drew illustrated cartoons all about hunting and trapping and wildlife in Michigan. And those are always fun to look at. In addition to fiction, I also pulled some materials from what we call our Michigan collection, which are materials by a Michigan author or about Michigan in some way. They may be commercially published, they may be privately published. And so we have a wide variety of material in that collection, including kind of biographical information. This is a biography of Fred Bear, who's a Michigan native. Classic tales of the outdoors. This is a story about game wardens and poachers. And then there's humorous hunting camp stories for people who go to deer camp. And then we also have, a few years ago, Michigan's own Jeff Daniels made a movie called Escanaba and Moonlight, which is supposed to be a comedy about going to deer camp. Any of these materials are available at the library, and we'd love to have you come down and look at them.